You know, for me, hunting with my family is something very special that I don't get to do that often.
Joey and I both had a tag in the same area of northern Washoe in our home state of Nevada.
I take it as an experience to get closer with them and share something that we all love to do, which is hunt and be in the outdoors.
We saw a lot of deer, a lot of does, 1-year-old, 2-year-old bucks, nothing that, you know, you would want to harvest or put your tag on.
I love coming back here every year just because I love living in Nevada, and aspens and juniper trees to just straight desert and rock canyons. There's nothing else like it.
The traditions of the outdoor sportsman are more important than ever, and it's up to us to pass them on to others. Two families, one passion. To inspire the next generation of ethical hunters and conservationists, continuing the legacy of hunting and fishing in the outdoors.
Back to Nevada. Got another mule deer tag in our pocket, so hopefully this one works out a little better than New Mexico. It was a little rough over there. Hot weather, deer weren't moving. Saw a lot of deer, just not the buck we wanted. So hopefully things change in our favor here in my home state of Nevada. Day one, 6:30 in the morning, just breaking light. Driving up this road, get to a glassing spot. Hopefully we'll find something to make a stock on this morning. Excited, good to be back in the mountains. Had to go home for work a little bit, but here we are, back at it again, so we'll keep you posted. Not optimal weather for deer hunting here at the beginning of October in Nevada. It's almost 80 degrees. So, a little downtime during the middle of the day while everything's bedded, so thought we'd come to the local range and shoot a little steel, have a little fun, and double check the RMP. You know, it was good before we left town, but I like to, if I have the opportunity to go to a range, wherever I'm hunting, it's good to go and just get everything dialed in again, just to make sure nothing got bumped or anything like that. So set up the vortex here and find us our target. And then my buddy Josiah will double as spotter and cameraman here in a minute.
Spotter's ready. About a half an inch up.
Yeah.
Hit.
Pretty dialed, dude. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? Over here in my home state of Nevada, kind of the northeastern part of the state. Drew another deer tag this year, but it has been really tough. Just looking for a good mature buck, and it's been really tough to find. Just getting behind the glass and doing a lot of glassing. Just haven't been able to turn anything up yet, so we're gonna be optimistic and maybe we'll turn something up today. Yeah, between 2 deer hunts in Nevada, we've hunted a total of 16 days. Day number 2. I think this is like day 7. It's 8 days, no bucks. Days 10, 11, something like that. Day 47. Scouting, probably add that up to 25. And it's just been a rough season, so I know that's hunting. That's why they call it hunting and not killing. You know, that's the old adage that everybody says. But at the same time, you know, on the other side of the coin, it's always nice to put your hands on a big old mature mule deer and punch your tag. Don't know what's going on in this unit, so if it's lack of deer, if they moved out, or if it's too many tags, or no quality bucks yet. You know, we've seen lots of deer. It's frustrating because we haven't been able to turn up a good buck with lots of miles on the truck, lots of miles on our feet. I don't know, neither one seems to do any good here lately, so I don't know. Hopefully we turn something up. Don't know what to do. Last 2 days of my Nevada deer season here in the Nunya part of the state with my buddy Trevor from Bull Ridge Guide Service. Trevor found a buck this morning. It's feeding up on the backside of this hill, so we're gonna try to get up on top, maybe get in a saddle up there, see if we can catch him coming over the top. Maybe we'll get a shot at him, see what happens. Hopefully it works out.
All right, dial your gun to 585. All right, he's the one on the right, kind of quartering away. You could just barely see him.
Looking uphill, right?
Yeah, he's kind of in the shade right there.
Yeah, got him.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Drop.
Well,
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, huh?
yeah.
Honestly, man, I'm like, adrenaline's pumping. I'm out of breath. Just made a 585-yard shot. Trevor was rushing me, saying, hurry up, he's gonna go over the hill. And somehow we got the RMP on target and put the buck down. And man, it's been a hard hunt. But I can't thank Trevor and Chuck and all the people at Bull Ridge enough. It's a beautiful buck. I'm super stoked. Might be the hardest earned deer I've ever had.
Yeah.
Trevor spotted this buck this morning, and he got into the mountains up here, got into the rocks, and we made a play from the other side. Found him in a little saddle, and the RMP went to work. 585 yards, made a great one-shot kill, and man, this is a beautiful buck. Well earned, hard earned this trip. but it doesn't seem like we ever do anything easy on the first day, Trevor and I. He always makes me work for it, so.
Yeah, stress you out a little bit.
Yeah, he tries to. I think he does it on purpose, but I just gotta say, like, I'm super excited. Honestly, I can't say enough about Trevor and his dad Chuck and all the people that work for Bull Ridge. These guys are amazing. I wouldn't hunt with anybody else. Thanks to all my sponsors, RMP, Cryptek Outdoor Group, Vortex Optics, especially my wife and son back home. Thank you guys. Couldn't be happier.
This hunt we were fortunate because Joey and I both had a tag in the same area of northern Washoe in our home state of Nevada. And he actually had 3 units. My tag was only for one specific unit, but it did overlap with his unit. So we could be together on this hunt with Mike and make it a family, hunting outing.
I think my 3rd year of being up here, and I drew a tag this year again here in northern Nevada, and it's super exciting.
I had a tag myself in the southeastern part of the state a week prior to this hunt. I ended up harvesting a great buck, but it was 12 hard days of hunting out of a 16-day season, and we didn't see a lot of animals as far as mature bucks go. We saw a lot of deer, a lot of does, 1-year-old, 2-year-old bucks. Nothing that you would want to harvest or put your tag on.
So this year, me and my mom both have deer tags. We get to hunt the same units, and it should be fun. Hopefully we can get lucky and pull 2 bucks out of the same unit.
For me, hunting with my family is something very special that I don't get to do that often. I'm the guy off always chasing my dreams per se, and chasing big bucks and elk and whatever else I can get my hands on to put a tag in my pocket for. And my wife Julie's always home holding down the fort, and Joey's at school and playing sports now and in high school, and it's hard to get him out. So when I get a weekend, this hunt, it was a 4-day hunt where we all got to be together as a family. It's very special to me.
I love coming up here, northern Nevada, hunting, because to me there's nothing quite like it. It may to a lot of people it looks the same, but to me you got to get down in there. Like all these crazy little canyons that you would think there's no deer in here. There's 50 to 100 deer. There's no other place like it.
Just it seemed like the deer population was just down. I mean, we saw maybe 30 does total, and 4 very young little forked horn bucks, and that is all that we saw. I unfortunately did not even see anything remotely resembling something that I could harvest, and that's just not what I'm looking for as a hunter and conservationist, to get a young deer like that who has the opportunity to get bigger and populate. So I just obviously passed up on those and never saw anything that you could consider a shooter buck.
It's great to get young people involved in the outdoors, and when you can do it with your family, it brings you closer together. You're not on your iPhone or your computer, or video games, or sitting on the couch doing nothing. You're out in the great outdoors, and you're hiking around and you're you're looking for mule deer and you're hunting together as a family, and because that's how I grew up.
I love coming back here every year just because I love living in Nevada and seeing all this high desert, all this stuff around here. And it goes from aspens and juniper trees to just straight desert and rock canyons. There's nothing else like it. On top of it, I get to spend time with my mom and dad, which especially outdoors, hunting, doing what I love. The first couple, 2-3 days we hunted, super slow, not a lot of deer. We did see one good buck. So, weather had a lot to play in it. I think it was 65 degrees the one day. And then, Saturday things just got a lot better. We went to this one unit and, we saw a buck within the first hour that I was debating on, but I decided to pass up. So when I made my decision to pass the first deer up, which he was probably about only a 3-year-old deer. He was still not even too bad of a buck, but I just thought, give this deer another 2 years and he'll be an awesome deer. 5-year-old, 6-year-old deer, there's nothing better. And we're driving down this road for another 10 minutes, then I was just kind of thinking like, should I have passed that buck up, should I not have? And I was like, I think I made the right decision. Within not 15 minutes later, we rolled up on this other group of deer that my mom spotted, and, the stud buck that was in there. Well, when we pulled up, on the deer, I looked through my binoculars and immediately I was like, that's a good deer, He was you could tell he was super old. Got this old deer that bedded down, super heavy. He's a 3x3, but he's super heavy and old, dark horns, so I think we're gonna shoot him. You could tell he was an old, mature deer, so I was like, well, that's good. And then when he turned his head, I saw just how tall he was, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna go after that deer. So.
You ready? Don't slam it. Smoked him, dude. Woo! Damn, dude, very nice. That is so cool.
I don't know, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. I'm just super excited. Walking up to him, I just realized how big of a body deer he was, plus the fact that he was, heavy horn, super massive deer, so couldn't be any happier.
All in all, it was a great weekend, especially with my family, getting to hunt with my wife and my son at the same time. It makes it really special, and I couldn't ask for any more.
Make it a family, hunting outing, and it was a great time. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and Joey got an amazing 3x3 buck, just this old, lots of character, dark horn, big body, and he was amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better weekend and time spent with my family.
To me, hunting with my parents, mom and dad, it's like I take it as an experience to get closer with them and, share something that we all love to do, which is hunt and be in the outdoors.
Where we all got to be together as a family, it's very special to me because that's how I grew up. It's been passed along for generations, and I want to continue that legacy. Thanks for watching Prime Revolution. We appreciate all of you that tune in. We couldn't do it without you, and all I can say is thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.